Los Angeles City Councilman Joe Buscaino is entering the 2022 mayor's race, saying he will use his background as a police officer to tackle the city's urgent issues of homelessness and rising crime. Buscaino, a Democrat who represents a district stretching from Watts to San Pedro, plans to launch his campaign Monday. He told The Times in an interview that the city is facing an emergency as thousands of people live on the streets, trash piles up in neighborhoods across the city and violence surges in South LA. "This isn't the city I know and love," Buscaino said. Buscaino said that when friends and family members have questioned whether a police officer could be elected to the city's highest office, he pointed to Tom Bradley, who served 2 decades with the LAPD before joining the city council and, in 1973, becoming LA's only black mayor to date. Buscaino said his role as a senior lead officer in San Pedro was focused on problem solving, on creating partnerships to improve the quality of life here. Buscaino, 46, who served for 15 years in the Los Angeles Police Department and is currently a reserve officer, is the first city council member to enter the 2022 mayor's race. Others, including Kevin De León and Mark Ridley-Thomas, have not publicly ruled out a run. City Atty, Mike Feuer announced his candidacy last year and has raised more than $418,000 through the end of December, according to city filings. Even before Buscaino's announcement, the topic of policing was likely to be a central issue in the mayor's race as activists seek to reduce police funding and as the department's handling of protests over racial injustice draws scrutiny. Also, a recent survey found that many Los Angeles residents want to see some police funding shifted to alternative social services and want trained crisis response specialists to respond to some calls. Buscaino was one of 2 council members to oppose a decision to cut $150 million from the multibillion-dollar LAPD budget last year. He pushed instead to expand the department's Community Safety Partnership program, which focuses on fostering relationships with officers and locals but has been criticized by some activists. Asked how he will respond to activists likely to criticize him for opposing cuts to the police budget, Buscaino characterized such defunding calls as sloganeering and called the LAPD the largest reformed police department in the country. He added that he supports initiatives such as the voter-approved Measure J, which will divert more Los Angeles County money to social services and jail diversion programs. Besides policing, homelessness will be a central topic in the mayor's race. Buscaino has favored restrictive rules that dictate where homeless people can sleep, arguing such rules ensure that the sidewalks will remain passable for everyone. He also recently pushed to resume cleanups at homeless encampments, a process that had been paused because of health concerns during the pandemic.